This video goes with the naming ionic compounds activity that you have at home. The first thing you want to do is take the cards that I gave you and organize them into two columns, I guess. And on the left side I have my positive ions, and on the right side I have my negative ions. Now I know that they're positive or negative by looking at the charge. If it's a +1, that means it's a positive ion, and if it's a -1 or -2 or -3, it's a negative ion. The reason why they have their charges is based upon whether or not they're giving away electrons or taking electrons. So all of my positive ions are going to give away their electrons, and the number that's at the top is the number of electrons they're giving away. So lithium's giving away 1 electron, magnesium and beryllium are giving away 2 electrons, and so on. And then my negative ions, they're going to take away electrons. If you can, try to keep it sorted in your head that to give away something is a positive thing, and to take something is a negative thing. Now, lithium, it's in group 1. It has 1 valence electron, and it's not very happy because its outer shell is not stable. So to be stable, it's going to give away that electron so that it can have a full outer shell. Fluorine is in group 17. It has 7 valence electrons, and it's not very happy because it needs an electron, so it's going to take an electron from another group so that it can be stable. Alright, so once you have your cards sorted into 2 piles, if you would pick any 2, you want 1 to be a positive ion and 1 to be a negative ion. So the first one I'm going to pick is magnesium, and the second one I'm going to pick is chlorine. And so I have laid out here magnesium with a +2 charge and chlorine with a -1 charge. Now the charges, we also call these oxidation numbers. So actually magnesium has an oxidation of 2 or +2, and chlorine has an oxidation of -1. Now to show you how to name these, we're going to move over to the Promethean board. And on this Promethean board, I already have magnesium and chlorine written with their charges. The first step is to take the charge, and you want to crisscross. So +2 is going to come over here to chlorine side, and -1 is going to come over here to magnesium side. And you're just going to write those numbers inside your circles. And then I'm going to rewrite this formula. So I have Mg has a 1, but because it's 1, I don't necessarily have to write the 1. I can leave it blank, and it's just understood that there is 1 magnesium. And chlorine has a 2. Now, the charges, the plus and minus, when you crisscross them, the number is going to come down, but the charge itself stays where it, or you just lose it and drop it. So I have Mg1Cl2 as my formula. And come back up here. And remember where I put it. Oh, here it is. So here, this is your paper that you have at home with you. For ions, for the first one, you're going to put Mg +2, and for negative ion, you're going to put Cl -1. Your formula is Mg Cl2, and now we have to name it. So to name a formula, get this to go back. Oh. The first thing you want to do is look at this is called a subscript. You're going to look at your subscript. And your subscript tells you how many atoms you have of that element. And magnesium doesn't have, well, the subscript is 1, so the prefix for 1 is mono. With the trick with mono is you don't always have to write mono. We can leave it blank. Really kind of neat to be able to do that. So for magnesium, I'm just going to write magnesium. Oops. I'm trying to write the abbreviation. Magnesium. And then for chlorine, it has a subscript of 2, which means it has 2 atoms. So the prefix is di. So I'm going to write di. And then I'm going to begin to write chlorine. But with your second ion, you want to drop the end and add IDE. So I'm going to drop INE and write IDE. So there's my prefix, and here's my ending. All right, let's go back to your paper. On your paper, you're going to write magnesium dichloride. All right, let's do one more just to make sure you're understanding, and then you can go back and forth in the video. Let me erase all this. All right, you want to go back to your set of cards and pick any 2 cards. I'm going to pick I'm going to pick beryllium and phosphorus. So I have Be plus 2, and phosphorus is a -3. The first thing I want to do is crisscross. So this 2 is going to come here, and this 3 is going to go here. And now I'm going to rewrite my formula. So I have Be3P2. And now I'm going to begin to write the name. The subscript for beryllium is 3. The prefix is tri. So I have tri beryllium. And the subscript for phosphorus is 2. Prefix for that is di. So I'm going to write di-phosphorus. Well, I can't write phosphorus because it's the second ion. I have to drop the ending and add ID. So here I have my prefix, and my ending. And we're going to go back to our paper, Be3P2. And my ions were Be plus 2, P minus 3. My formula for this is Be3P2. And my name is triberyllium pens off. Diphosphide. And that's it. Hopefully this helped you to name. You don't want to forget your, let's see, I need to get rid of that. This should be phosphide. You don't want to forget your prefixes. And you don't want to forget to add the IDE at the end of your second ion. Feel free to go back, look at the videos as you need to. If you have any questions, send me a message on Edmodo, and we'll see you when you get back.